Hello, everyone. I'm Ronan Chain, and welcome back to The Road to the Mandalorian and Grogu. We are rewatching season 2 of the Mandalorian TV show. I'm your host, and I got my dear friend Johnny Bravo to rewatch it. Johnny, how you doing, man?
Hello, hello. Happy to be here watching some Mando with you, man.
Yeah, man. Um, we really dug episode 1. It had been a while since I think we both revisited this particular
Yeah.
season, and we're gonna dive into chapter 10, The Passenger, episode 2 of season 2, and I'm very curious how you feel about this episode after it and how I feel about it because I remember having not say mixed emotions, but a thought or two when this episode, and I'm like, wow, this following the premiere episode, so and it is directed by Peyton Reed, which I think is also a lot of. It'll be an interesting conversation to have beforehand. But before we get into episode 2, do you have any thoughts before we start?
Uh, I feel like I kind of had similar feelings to what you remembered about this episode. If it's the episode I'm thinking it is. I remember, yeah, being a little bit of a mixed bag, I want to say. Um, but let's just, rewatch it and see what happens. I haven't seen it in a very long time, so maybe my thoughts on it have completely changed. Who knows?
Oh, jeez.
Jeez.
Child.
The guy from Force Awakens.
Don't hurt the child. If you put one mark on him, there's no place you will be able to hide from me.
Oof.
We can strike a bargain. There's a lot of value in this wreckage. Take your pick. Here. It's yours. Take it. It's okay.
Oh.
You okay?
You killed him. He's paralyzed. He's got to get insurance.
Oh, he was probably so happy when he played up the jetpack. He's like, "Oh, you want that? Sure, dude.
Go for it.
man." I also like how people actually hit shots in this show because he's got
Yeah.
Beskar, so you could get a headshot. It doesn't really matter.
They're not stormtroopers. They're like, no, we know how to fucking kill. But
Yeah, they
damn
can
it,
actually
that's just
shoot.
wearing armor. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about you do, but anytime we go back to the cantina, I just smile. It's like, this is the shit
yeah.
I want to hang out for a whole series.
It's so good.
I don't know. Looks like someone's going to be going home in.
Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Fucking praying mantis.
You finally found a Mandalorian and you killed him?
He wasn't Mandalorian. I bought this armor off of him, though.
Well, you might be in luck. Dr. Mandible here says he can connect you with someone who can help you. If
He
you
was
cover
doctor.
his call this round.
Dr. Mandible, man. He went to Harvard.
What's the bet?
500.
That's a high-stakes game.
Hey, he's on a hot streak. Is the pot right? Ah! Idiots array! Hey, Thorax!
I thought you said he was on a hot streak.
Ah, stop your crying. You'll rust. All right, he says the contact will rendezvous at the hangar. They'll tell you where to find some Mandalorians.
Some Doctor
love
you
that
are,
shit.
buddy.
I want to get Dr. Mandible figure. That's what I want. I just want like, give me a
It is
picture.
really
I'll
cool.
fucking film 2 hours Dr. Mandible and his adventures.
Yeah, they definitely have a good mix of like practical and
Here's the
CGI
deal.
Yeah.
creature
A
designs in here too.
Mandalorian covert is close. It's in this sector, one system trailer.
Are they the ones that left Navarro?
Don't know. All I know is that the contact will lead to them. The contact wants passage to the system.
Do you vouch for them?
On my life.
Fine.
And no hyperdrive.
You want me to travel sub-light? Deal's off.
It's one sector over.
Moving fast is the only thing keeping me safe.
These are mitigating circumstances.
What do you mean, mitigating?
She's pregnant, man, or carrying, literally.
Forgot about the frog lady.
Service.
I know. I hear
That
you.
taxi
I vouch
service.
for her.
Oh
What's
no.
the
Right,
cargo?
that's
It's her spawn.
Alright.
She needs her eggs fertilized by the equinox or her line will end. If you jump into hyperspace, they'll die.
You said all that?
I paraphrased.
Is she sure there are Mandalorians there?
She said her husband has seen them.
Dude, the internet, we'll get to it, but man, the internet had a day with this episode.
Yeah, they did.
Do you know the husband?
No, I just met her 10 minutes before you walked in.
I thought you said you vouched for her on your life.
What can I say? I'm an excellent judge of character.
Uh-huh.
For this type of show, I like that. I like that.
I don't speak whatever language that is. You speak Huttese? Hala to Havaka?
That's almost a cool, like, little, like, heads up because there's a hut in this new movie. It's like, were they
Yeah.
teasing him knowing
That's-
Huttese? And like,
That's true. That's true.
yeah. And the little fucker look back. Is anybody watching?
Yeah, yeah, I love that. It's the classic kid of I gotta make sure dad's not around.
Dude.
No. That is not food. Don't do that again. Nap time.
Yeah.
People, for everybody watching this, people were like, oh, he ate babies. What the fuck, Disney?
It was so good.
Yeah.
This little fucking monsters.
Yeah.
Razorcrest, M111. Come in, Razorcrest.
Oh, this was sweet as well.
Forgot about this too.
This is Razorcrest. Is there a problem?
We noticed your transponder is not emitting.
Yes, I'm pre-Empire surplus. I'm not required to run a beacon.
That was before. This sector is under New Republic jurisdiction. All craft are required to run a beacon. Carson, can you switch over to channel 2?
You hear who that is?
Copy.
Mm-hmm.
Was your craft in the proximity of New Republic Correctional Transport Boffin 5?
You got a runner.
Captain, what? I do. I really love that movie. Just them hanging out. I'm like, I would not follow that. Dude, in this sequence, oh,
Great cameo, great scene, great sequence.
Razorcrest, stand down. We will fire. I repeat, we will fire.
Looks gorgeous too.
I don't know where he thinks he's going in that thing.
and I'm so glad this isn't Hoth. Like, I'm so glad we didn't immediately go back to the same people. I'm like, all right, we go back to that we don't have to go back to Hoth.
Yeah, that would have been really easy to do.
Yeah.
No! No, bro. I told you not to do that.
Gus, I mean these babies, man.
Found them.
All of them. All of them are fine.
How many did you eat?
They're space peaches,
Too
isn't that
many
eggs?
to count.
Yeah.
I hadn't guessed. We're in a tight spot. Sorry, lady, I don't understand frog. Whatever it is, it can wait until morning. I recommend you get some sleep.
Wake up, Mandalorian. This cannot wait until morning. I bypassed the droid's security protocols and accessed its vocabulator. I must demand that you hold true to the deal that you agreed to.
Lady, the deal is off. We're lucky if we get off this frozen tomb with our lives.
I thought honoring one's word was a part of the Mandalorian code. I guess those are just stories for children.
Oof.
Damn, she kind of caught your ass there, man, though.
I'm like, all right, frog lady. All right, she did her homework.
Yeah, he don't even have anything to say about to that.
They're like, you gotta be shitting me.
This was not part of the deal.
All AutoZone workers are like, we feel you, man.
Jesus. The amount of damage this shit takes is insane.
It looks like shit, yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Pedro too, because like he gives such a great performance, and you can't even see his face for most of the show.
Yeah.
And some people like criticize him for that, but like, he, just with the tone of his voice and everything, he's just so good.
Him, Brendan Wayne, Lateef Carter, the two other guys who were in the suit. Like, shout out to all three of them, because I think in this season Pedro was in the suit more.
Yes.
I think Brendan did most of the heavy lifting in season 1. But like those three guys, they bring in the energy of like how he's a fighter, how he is a cowboy, and just the thing of like, I'm just resting, man. I know we're in the ship, but be like,
How about you come over here? Give me a hand.
follow the
Make
code.
yourself useful. There you are.
Jacuzzi, space jacuzzi.
I mean, it's kind of a vibe.
You can't leave the ship. It's not safe out here. No. No.
Yeah, you're an insurance liability kid. Like just chill.
It's just like the genuine parenting stuff in the show is like some of the funniest sometimes.
Because even though it's in space and we don't see this dude's face, I can imagine how many parents are like, "Oh, my fucking kids are the same way." And, just like,
Absolutely.
and I love that it instantly feels like aliens. You're like, "Oh shit, there's more eggs."
This was the shit that I remember because I'm an arachnophobe, and it definitely twitched a little bit of that sometimes.
Shit, my bad. You should have told me ahead of time.
Oh no, I watched the episode. Like it's just part of it. It just makes it more effective for me when they're running in Terabit. Yeah, I'd shit my pants. Star Wars had a lot of stuff like that. Even the Fallen Order games, when you're fighting those giant fucking spiders, I would literally be like, hey! I'm playing the game.
And dude, the fact that it's those the creatures from Rebels that like Rapaport had originally designed for Empire is like genius. Way of like, all right, why haven't we used that much? Okay, let's use it. And it's cold. They're white. It makes sense that it would probably fit a cold environment.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Got dressed quick.
And then I was like, oh shit, mommy's very angry.
Yep. You had to eat one of the babies, dude. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Go. Go, go. Back to the
Yeah, it's on the run. Yeah, that'll happen when you start eating their babies.
I love you can see the reflection from the top. Like, oh shit's on top of it.
Yeah. Oh my. Good job, dude.
All the places we had to get stuck.
Yeah.
Oh, that shot.
Yeah.
And I like this here now. Oh, look at fucking frog. Oh.
She's in final form. Yep.
Nice.
Blow these bitches up. Kobe.
Damn, out of bio.
Good. That's awesome, but you gotta keep running, man. Not the time to order a firearm.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, it's amazing.
My grandmother hates spider, so like I haven't been able to show her this episode yet. Like, hell no.
Yeah, this is just gross. I got I'm not even afraid of
Grogu.
spiders. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, juicy. She's been blicked
That
up
was
this
cool.
whole time.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, I love that the eyes first look.
I recognize that sound.
Hey, Filoni. Oh, Young Lee, the win. MVPs.
You have an arrest warrant for the abduction of prisoner X6911. However, onboard security records show that you apprehended 3 priority culprits from the wanted register. Security records also show that you put your own life in harm's way to try to protect that of Lieutenant Davin from the New Republic Correctional Corps. Is this true?
Am I under arrest?
Technically, you should be. But these are trying times.
Let's say I forego the bounties on these 3 criminals. You 2 help me fuse my hull so I can get off this frozen rock.
What say you fix that transponder and we don't vaporize that antique the next time we patrol the rim?
Like, calm down. Like, we just saved your ass. Like,
All right, that's for two.
yeah. I love that there was that respect already, like, submitted. Like, okay, like, you should be in jail, but, like, you helped out one of ours or try to help one of ours. That goes a long way for them.
Yeah, you're kind of a cool guy, so we'll allow it. Man, you ate enough shit. Stop it.
Episode 2 of season 2 of The Mandalorian. I'm not gonna lie, that episode holds up better, and I like it better now than I did the first time. Maybe it's because we were such on a high with that first episode that if the first episode is the cowboy versus Indians story, this is the pulpy one. It was like, okay, a Mandalorian space bounty hunter with a big giant, and like, can he save the frog lady and her children of peaches?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I liked it. How do you feel about it, Johnny?
Honestly, hot take. I think I might have enjoyed watching this one more than the first one for some reason. I don't know why. I just thought it was really, really fun. I remember there being more things in this episode that I didn't like for some reason. I don't know why. It is a little all over the place. You kind of like start off with a random, like, they're getting jumped, and then they kind of end up at the cantina, and then they end up with a whole quest. Like, it's kind of a lot of just like things happening. But I don't really mind it. I think it's fun. I like all the different locations and settings we get in the episode. I think that's really cool. It definitely is very visually appealing. Got some nice Tatooine stuff. Like I said, we love going back to the cantina. Star Wars and snow is just awesome to me. All the stuff in the cave is great. I do like the frog lady. I like the bit of Grogu eating the eggs and stuff. Yeah, even though it's like, you know, I do kind of like that bit. Yeah, there's just some cool stuff in here. And even though I'm an arachnophobe, I think that whole tunnel thing, maybe that's why it works a little bit better for me, because like I would actually be fucking scared. I like all that. Yeah, I like the stuff obviously with the X-Wing pilots with our lovely cameos there. That scene in the beginning and then them coming back at the end, like I thought all that was cool. it's just a fun episode. Is there some like conveniences and stuff? Like, yeah, I guess, but like, I don't know. I don't mind it. I just thought it was a fun time. I enjoyed that way more than I kind of thought I would. I
Yeah.
remember it being one of the weaker episodes of the series, or not the series, but the season. Um, and it might still be in the grand scheme of things, but I thought it was really fun.
Yeah. I Yeah, like to me, first off, Misty Rosas, for those who don't know, she's the one who played Quill in the bodysuit.
Nice.
Quill was voiced by Nick Nolte. The eyes broken.
Mhm.
But this one, the Frog Lady, that's all her, and
Nice.
she is amazing. She is
Yeah.
just amazing, and yeah. At first, I was like, okay, this one's weird, but it's not out of the realm of Star Wars. Just like, compared to last week's episode or the previous one, I was like, oh, well, this one, but like, yeah, certainly this round time, it's like as much as I start divulging more like old school Conan and more old school sci-fi pulpy stories, this was very pulpy.
Yeah.
And I love that about it. And I feel like if the movie can accomplish what the first episode of the season and this one did combined, where it's the pulpy and then the western and the samurai shit,
Yeah.
I'm in with that movie. And I love, dude, the space flight sequence where the X-Men are chasing the Razor Wires. That was awesome. Like, if only you could see that shit on fucking IMAX or on Dolby Atmos.
Absolutely.
But yeah, like as we were alluding to, the two pilots of the New Republic, played by Paul Seung Lee and Dave Filoni, are the Padawan to George Lucas himself, and now the co-president and creative chief officer of Lucasfilm. I fucking, funny enough, I have a Trapper Wolf figure of Dave Filoni's character.
Nice.
I'm just trying to find one for Carson Teva because I've been loving how they're very much like the quote unquote Claire Temple Nick Fury of this era of Star Wars, like where they keep showing up and this stuff. It's like, okay, there's a connection between all these stories, and again, like we alluded to, I would have loved to see more stories of just them. And I forgot how, like, even in this episode already, they mentioned the Adelphi base, which does show up later on in the show, and we will definitely see in the movie. So I like that there was these already seeds of like, okay, where they hang out, it's the Adelphi base, which we will later meet another fan favorite of ours. And like you said, like fucking Dr. Mandible, like fucking great matches in space. It's just like that is as Star Wars as it gets. And hooking up Pelimoto to win her bet. And I to me, as much as I love the whole sequence of the spiders, which was awesome, it felt like Aliens with Ripley and Ute. To me, the heart of this episode was the notion of her fighting Q9, what's his name? Q90, translating her so she could talk to Mando, and her saying, like, this is the last of my line. Me and my husband, we did it. We got it on. There ain't gonna be more of this stuff. This is the last of our family. And Mando being ignorant to like how each, how much he's affecting their, not just her life, but her family's legacy. And I love that she called him out of like, oh, I thought Mando's kept their word. I guess that was just a story for kids. And like that, to me, that scene was the thing. I'm like, okay, that's why that exists. That's why we're telling this story, is to notion that like a frog lady, even someone as a frog lady, deserves the code and honor of a Mandalorian, which I liken it a little to you. You tell me if it's a stretch. I remember how in Phantom Menace, people feel about Jar Jar and the Gungans, how Qui-Gon Jinn took on Jar Jar, and like he knows he's a wreck, he knows he's clumsy, but he's like, no, Jar Jar is as important as Obi-Wan and as Anakin Skywalker, this kid, and we have to treat them the same way that we would treat anybody, even though we're Jedi Knights. Like that's the rule for us. And I like that there's that like parallel between Mando and a fucking frog lady and her kids. And it's funny. And again, we were alluding to like, oh man, for those who don't know, when this show came out, when this episode came out, people liked it. People were like, it's not good as episode 1 of the season. But people were like, what the fuck is up with Grogu eating the kids? And like, how could Disney allow this? Like, calm down. It's funny. It's weird. And it's like, yo, what the fuck? But it's like, it's not the end of the world.
It's a lot of memes from this episode.
Yes. It was wild. It was wild. I love the notion of them being like, okay, he can't go through hyperspace, so he has to do sublight, which is like, 10, 20 miles on the space freeway, if you will.
Yeah, something like
Um,
that.
and yeah, man, the notion of them bringing the space spiders, which were we said it introduced in Rebels, and Ralph McQuarrie had done the original design for Empire, but never used it in Dagobah. So that was a cool
Right.
thing to bring back for this. And yeah, man, I really, really like this episode again. And the notion of her carrying the this is gonna sound so horrible, but I apologize. But the sound to the hookers like gun that they would hold on their thigh. I'm like, I have this just in
Yeah.
case it's a last minute resort. And she did it to look after Mando's kid, and I like that
Absolutely.
that little reference there. And they're called the knobby white spiders. That's what they're called.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a fun episode. Final
Yeah, very
thoughts
fun.
on it is that like this show is still as strong as it was in day one, and I'm very curious to see how people feel about the next episode or where we get there, because I think that although season one was so simple and great, and I love it, I always go back and forth on which one I like the most, but the seeds of where we can go with this show and the universe of Galaxy of Star Wars never before done was in episode one of this season, and then in episode 3, it just the game changes. Everything just gets wilder and wilder, and I'll leave it at that. But yeah, any final thoughts on it, Johnny, for this episode?
Like I said, it was just a lot better and more fun than I remembered it being.
Yeah.
I think Payne Reed honestly did a really good job directing the episode. I think there's some great cinematography in here. Everything just looks really, really great. It's funny. It's got some heart to it. It's got some cool action. It's kind of got everything I would want really from a Mandalorian episode.
Yeah.
And I guess it does make sense thinking back on it now. Like Dr. Mandible, like of course he has like a giant ant praying mantis thing like when he's the Ant-Man director.
Ant-Man guy, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that being a thing too now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it's just a nice little Mandalorian episode. It's fun. It doesn't really take itself that serious. But it's just a good time. You got good character moments with Frog Lady and Mando, Grogu and Mando. Like it's a solid episode.
Hot take. I like Ant-Man. I like parts of Ant-Man and the Wasp. I have my thoughts on Quantumania. The work Peyton Reed does in this season of Star Wars of The Mandalorian might be my favorite stuff he's done. Yeah.
I completely agree. I was gonna say that honestly. Like I know as a director he's very divisive, obviously.
Quantumania, yeah.
Because of Quantumania and even Ant-Man and the Wasp, I would say. I adore the first Ant-Man. I don't really like Ant-Man and the Wasp that much, and Quantumania is Quantumania. But yeah, the work he does here, all I'll say is he directs the final episode of the season, and the final episode of the season gives me probably a top 3 moment in all of Star Wars for me, if not like my number 1, honestly.
I can see that.
So, I got to give credit where credit is due. He knows the Star Wars, man. He definitely does. So maybe you take a break from Marvel and hop on over to Star Wars.
Come hang out with Star Wars.
Come hang out with Filoni, man. Come back. Come back and hang out with Filoni. Because he cooks, man. He does great stuff with The Mandalorian. I love his episodes of the show.
I agree. Folks, we'll be talking more about Peyton Reed at the end of this season because there's a lot to talk about when we get to that episode. But Johnny, hermano, thanks, man, so much. Please let people know where they can find you.
Johnny Bravo 6 on Twitch and YouTube. YouTube's a little bit of a ghost town these days, but I'm going to try to come back at some point. But Twitch, we do Music Mondays with Chainsaw Reacts. We do some video game streams here and there. I do want to try to play all the Resident Evil games at some point. If I get them and play them, I probably will play them on stream. So yeah, if you want to hang out with me live on Twitch, Johnny Bravo 6. And yeah, shout out to Ronan for having me here. Bottles and Bricks gang back at it with Star Wars.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm so glad that we finally get to talk about Star Wars
awesome.
in this manner. And I'm really looking forward for the weeks to come. But yeah, folks, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share enthusiasm. If you like the reaction, let people know that we are rewatching this show in anticipation for the film. And we will have a potentially round table for this season at the end. We'll have something for May the 4th, and we'll definitely do something for the Mandalorian and Grogu film. But share the enthusiasm, subscribe, let the numbers grow. The more the channel grows, the more I can do crazy ideas. I want to, on a lark, one day be at the post where I can just fly to New York silently and like show up at Johnny's place, be like, Johnny, I got beer. Let's go hang out in Grand Central and talk about Star Wars or Last of Us. Like, dude, I'm in.
Yes, sir.
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
Let's get hammered and talk about dirty shit.
But as always, may the force be with you all, and this is the way. Take care, everybody.
This is the way.